Alright, sorry about that. Let's get into this. So this was Adrian versus Nanozaki. Adrian would appear right behind Nanozaki and barrage her with punches and kicks. As then he charged up a beam, launching it straight to her stomach, basically knocking her unconscious. I'm kidding, he is a blaster. He pushes his hand right to her stomach and then crushes with his grip. Then slams her to the ground, which KOs. So with this, the next match would be... Alright, we're not going to go over the rest of the matches because, yeah. We're going on to the semi-final match, which is Adrian and Troy and Sarah. And Sarah versus Akane Ryuki. Troy would battle, these two would battle to the death, but Troy can't really do anything in this fight. Adrian doesn't have an ability that he can manipulate and copy. So Adrian picks up an easy win. Next, it's time for Akane versus Sarah, and Sarah obviously destroys her. Next is Sarah versus Adrian, which is a tough battle. These two are clashing fists, arms, legs, everything, but Sarah's outpacing him with little to no difficulty. But then something happens. When she stops time, Adrian's easily able to maneuver, but it's always hit in the gut with a strong punch which leaves an in mark. Adrian's getting more fired up as the fight goes, then his eye starts to glow as a blue aura swirls around him. Then he just has the instinct to cup his hands. He creates an orb, a dark blue orb, and shoots it out. She stops time, but it just breaks through the dimension and hits her. As he goes, and throws two blue discs. These two collide with her, which she tries to catch, but they're just breaking through her. As then he creates two spears and cuts his hands, like in a Final Flash, and starts spraying them out. As she's hit by all of them, as then he creates one last rainbow blast, one last dark blue blast, as he goes, easily defeating it. After that, yeah, it's time for the team rankings. So the first match, the first team is the third place team. Shima, Nanozaki, and Emma. The number 2 team, Alex, Remy, and Troy. Just kidding, it's Alex, Remy, and Akane. Then for the final full place team, we have Troy, Troy. Then we also have Sarah. Then we have Adrian. So those are the platoons, and he says that luckily people have created this entirely new things, which are domed worlds. We're basically on this planet, though. You guys will need to go through a long journey to get through all the sand and stuff to get to the city, which is a barrier out which you can quickly open up a passcode with this key. You will all be given a code for your place. Write it down and ingrain it into your memory. He tells it as they literally ingrain it into themselves, so now they know. The code for agents is 3153. The one for Akane's group is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a pretty simple code. And the one for Remy's group, the one for Shima's group is 1, 2, 5, 6. They hit. Dang it, my stupid. Alright, whatever, let's get into this. So they'd be starting to go, as they'd all get their blades, as they get brand new outfits. As Adrian would learn that his power is called Aura. He can use it in many other ways. His most powerful move is his destructive beam. His most destructive orb, which he launches out and can never miss. Next, he has supercharged, which means he can put an orb in the air, then crush it into his hands, and then his fist becomes ultra powerful, or he can like turn anything into its old state until like and rusts it out. Basically like Cataclysm from MLB. Next we'd have his final ability, well, actually second to final one, which is Aura Spray, which means he cups his hands together in like a Final Flash way and shoots out multiple miniature blasts which deal heavy damage and multiple at a time. Shoot!
Jeff, your radio king.
Alright, well, can I record here? So with this, let's get into this. He would basically be battling. I'm kidding. They'd head through as... Oh yeah, and his final move is called Aura Beam. He'd cup his hands in like the Kamehameha and basically shoot out a dark Kamehameha, which would be a destructive move which destroys a lot.